I would like to ask Tony Summers, Associate Dean from the Mike Ilitch School of Business, who is representing Dean Robert Forsythe this morning, to introduce this ceremony's student speaker. Dean Summers.
Good morning. Charles Ashton is amazing. Let me tell you why. First, Charles is a finance major with a 3.92 GPA. He's been on the dean's list every semester for the last 5 years, and he's graduating today here with honors, the highest honors. Charles helps his fellow students. In addition to being an academic scholar, he also peer mentors an Introduction to Business course, where he mentors freshman students, no easy feat, with professional development and professional behavior and study skills. He spent many years mentoring our freshman students. He also TAs for an applied financial analysis class, where he helps his students with modeling difficult problems. Charles is 1 in a million, and we're very lucky that he's one of our graduates. Charles is now going to move on to the dream job with Ernst & Young. He's going to be working in their transaction services advisory group. He's going to be dealing with advising EY clients on mergers and acquisitions and other joint ventures. So with that, Charles, we're very proud to have you and call you one of our graduates, and I hope your family here is as proud of you today as we are of you. Thank you.
I chose to study here at the Mike Ilitch School of Business because of one word: opportunity. There is so much happening down here right now. There's businesses traveling across the country just to be right here. And I'm a firm believer in placing yourself in a position to succeed. And being here in Detroit at Wayne State's Mike Ilitch School of Business is doing just that. My name's Charles Ashton, and I'm a warrior doing business in Detroit. Faculty and administration, family and friends, and the distinguished class of 2017, how are we doing? 5 years ago, I was at a place where I was incapable of completing my college education. So it is with great honor that I have the opportunity to share my thoughts with you here today. We all face adversity, and no one achieves their goals alone. We have parents, mentors, professors, and loved ones that have helped us along the way. Personally, I know that I wouldn't be where I am today without my support system. So whoever your support system may be, please take this time to give them a warm round of applause again. For those of you that know me, you know that it's not often that I'm at a loss for words. But gathering my thoughts for today was different, because today is different for all of us. For some, it's a day of celebration. For others, a day of concern. For some, a day of nostalgia. But for most of us, it's a combination of all three. Yet amidst all these differing passions, emotions, and experiences we might be feeling, there's one thing that we all share in common. Graduates, we could not be picking a better time to be graduating from Wayne State University. Thanks to the Ilitch family, Little Caesars Arena will be ready to kick off events in September, and have recently announced the Detroit Pistons will be returning to the city for the first time in nearly 40 years. Who's ready to watch some Pistons games? Nike, Fifth Third, and Carhartt are just a few names that have already made the move. And companies like Benzinga, Amazon, and most recently Microsoft have announced their plans to move to Detroit and invest into the revival of this great city. And last, but certainly not least, as we speak, the steel structure for the newly christened Mike Ilitch School of Business is underway right down the street from us. It is an exciting time to be a Warrior. There's no denying that Detroit has built up momentum and is starting to cross the chasm on its way to economic prosperity. Never before has this school been more strategically positioned to excel over the next decade, and I think I can speak for all of us when I say that I'm proud to call it my alma mater. We are graduating at the right time, in the right city, with the right people. While the future may remain a mystery to most of us, one thing is certain. Tomorrow, we will all wake up with a choice that can unite us, a choice that can be the precedent that lifts Wayne State students and graduates alike higher than we have ever aimed before. But there's one catch. If we want to go further, if we want to go faster, we are all going to have to do it together. Just as the old adage says, as the tide rises, so do all the ships in the harbor. So, if you think you're alone, you're far mistaken. We're about to join Wayne State University's powerful network of over 260,000 living alumni. Look around you right now. Whether you realize it or not, the people sitting to your left and sitting to your right are future leaders, future business partners, and the backbone of your network that you can utilize for the rest of your career. For those of you that know my story, you know that I'm going into transactional finance and that I love the idea of synergies. If you don't know what synergies are, put simply, 1 + 1 = 3. They can have a powerful effect when companies merge together, and the same effect can happen for us here today if we make the decision. So, if I could ask one thing of everyone today, it would be this. The law of averages shows that only half of you are truly going to hear what I'm about to say. And maybe even a quarter of you will consider it, but there are a handful of individuals that will walk from this room today and be the light that leads the way, that will be the catalyst that creates a culture of warriors that sticks together and leverages the tools and network before us. Right here, right now, make the decision. Commit to locking arms with the colleagues next to you. Commit to the relationships that you have forged over the years here on campus. It doesn't matter if you're going to go work for different firms or a different health system or a different organization, because at the end of the day, we're all warriors. What matters is that we support each other, that we support our alma mater, and that we continue to lift the newest graduates of this university into more attractive entry-level positions than the generation before last. That is how we will know that we made a difference. That is how we will gauge our success. That is how we will prosper rather than fighting this game we call life alone. So dream big dreams, because small dreams have no magic. Stick to your guns, but don't be afraid to admit when you're wrong. Work your tail off, but when you get to wherever you're going, don't forget to turn back around. And finally, remember the only way to change your future is to go out there and create it for yourself. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure sharing with you. Don't be a stranger. I look forward to building a prosperous future with you in the greater Detroit area for years to come.